Hallo und willkommen in Deutschland und willkommen zu einer brandneuen Serie auf dem Kanal mit dem TSV 1860 München. Es tut mir leid, wenn mein Deutsch nicht sehr gut ist. Sprache ist nur für mich, daher kann es zu Fällen kommen. Ich freue mich sehr auf das Leben in München, mit Ihnen allen und hoffe, dem Willen Erfolg zu bringen. Bring das Oktoberfest auf. Lass uns anfangen. That was good. That was good. First take? Two takes. Two takes. I'm impressed. By the end of this series, my German is going to be fantastic. Or...
Fantastisch.
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 Fantastisch. Okay, so this is the first official club save on the Sweet Left Foot channel. If you're here from the England mini-series, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. Okay, so the team we have decided to be, we put it to the polls, we put it to Twitter, I had a long, hard think, but we have decided to take a flight to Germany, and we are in the third Liga as TSV 1860 München. Now, I appreciate a lot of you might not know much about 1860. I don't really know much about them either. So we'll go through it together as a collective group, as a nice little community. We'll learn about the entire club. So there we go. Holford takes charge at 1860 München. It's a one-year deal. So if the first season doesn't go well and we get sacked, it's going to be a very short series. I'll replace previous manager Michael, great name, Kölner, I don't know how to pronounce that, Kölner, who's, he hasn't been here long, so he won't be missed. Okay, so we have a look at the club info screen. We are indeed, as we said, in the third division of Germany, and I don't have any lower leagues loaded up, so if we do get relegated, we'll probably be sacked anyway. If miraculously we're not sacked, I don't actually know what happens then. But as you can see from their league history, they spent a nice bit of time in the German Bundesliga in the early 2000s. They got relegated in 2004, spent a long time in Bundesliga 2, and the last few years they've been on the decline. They got promoted from the division below us in 2018, but since then they've just been in the third Liga. The kits as well is something that really attracted me to the club. I really like the kits, the white and blue, the black and blue, and the green and white. I think as kits go, they're three of the nicest I've ever seen. In terms of facilities, we play at the, Stadisches Stadion an der Grünwalder Straße. I'm going to call it Grünwalder. Grünwalder. I know they did stadium share with Bayern Munich at the Allianz Arena for a very long time, but now they are back in their original home, which was built in 1911, rebuilt in 2013. So hopefully it's stadium condition good. There we go. We've even got undersoil heating. We haven't got a roof though, so if it rains, everyone's going to get wet. Great training facilities, good youth facilities, adequate academy coaching and average youth recruitment. So we should hopefully bring through some decent players, especially ones that will help us out in the lower leagues of German football. Well, I say the lower leagues, the second and third tier of German football. And hopefully we can continue to improve this as we climb up the leagues into the Bundesliga. Only got one affiliate club and it's our second team. So, yeah. In terms of the club vision, there's not actually a lot on here. Develop players using the club's youth system, which again, I'd like to do anyway. And that's it. The 5-year ongoing plan this year to work within the wage budget. I feel like we'll be fine with that. And they just want us to finish in the top half this season, which will hopefully get me a new contract. And then from next season onwards, they'd like us to work towards getting promotion to Bundesliga 2. Okay, so in terms of the finances, about 5 million in the balance. That's not too bad. The transfer budget's not good. Zero. Literally nothing. Not even a penny. And only 25% of the transfer revenue is made available at the moment. So we can't really make too much. The wage budget, there's about, what we got, 10 grand there to work with. At this level, we'll have a look at the contract in a second, but I feel like that might be more than what we actually think it is. Right, let's go and have a look at the squad together. I haven't really seen or heard too much about the 1860 München squad, but here it is. We'll sort it by current ability, just so we can see who our better players in the squad are. Quirin Mol can play defensive midfielder and centre mid. So it's nice to know we've got someone of a 4-star ability for this level in the middle of the park. That's very good. Dennis Erdmann Again, it's the same position. So that might force us into playing 2 defensive mids potentially. That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. But again, another 4-star player, 4-star ability player for this level should be very good. Should be in the team a lot this season. Efkan Bekiroglu. Immediately, he can play centre mid, centre attacking mid. Looking at his attributes, he looks like one of our better players. 6'1", 4-star ability. He's going to be a key feature, you'd think, for us this season. And again, like I said, with the wage budget and the flexibility we have, he's only on £2,300 per week. And he's one of our better players. So if we can use that £10,000 we've got spare to maybe invest it in 2 or 3 really good players, could take us to the next level. Ossi Owusu is on loan from Armenia Bielefeld. A target, well, can't really do too many of these roles very well. A target man on support, 3.5-star ability. He's got good potential. I doubt we'll get him permanently, but he could be handy this season. Stefan Lex, again, another striker. Finishing of 10 is a little bit concerning, but again, good physicals, decent mentals for this level and for the role that he likes to play. The finishing could be a little bit better, but like we said, for this level, we don't know, so it could be really good. 10 could be great. Tim Ryder, centre-back on loan from FC Augsburg. Looks like he's going to be our best centre-back and our main centre-back throughout the season. Can head the ball, can mark, can tackle, which is all good things if you want to be a defender. And again, 3.5-star ability for this level should be quite good for us, I think. And the last man of a 3.5-star and above ability is Sascha Mondas. Another target man. The club seems to just have loads. Physicals aren't brilliant. Mentals seem quite good. You'd expect that from someone who's 34, quite experienced. Finishing is 11, so better than the other guy, and I've forgotten his name already. But again, 3.5-star ability, important player in his prime years. He's on £3 a week. If we can shift him potentially and free up another £3 worth of wages, it'll be interesting to see who else we can get in for that amount of money. Okay, if we go and have a look at the team report, the formation, I'd feel like if we didn't strengthen at all in this first window, I feel like the formation we'd be forced into playing just because of how good the defensive midfielders would be this. 4-2-3-1. Goalkeeper, we seem okay. We've got a good couple of right-backs there. Left-back could potentially be improved upon. Centre-back, we look okay with the first 2. Tim Ryder and Felix Weber. Like I said, the 2 best players are the defensive midfielders, Erdmand and Quirin Mole. Efkan Bekiroglu can play the centre attacking midfield position, and we can also drop him back into centre mid if need be. Right wing, we might look to, well, we need to strengthen that, considering 2.5-star is the best we've got out there. Left wing, Nico Karga is 3-star. Other than that, not a massive amount of depth there. And striker, we seem to have a good amount of depth there, but a lot of them seem to be target men. So that's not really how I like to play. I wouldn't really like to be forced into that. So I think I will look to sign someone like an advanced forward or a deep lying forward during this transfer window. In terms of the dynamics, the team cohesion is poor. The players have not yet developed a good level of understanding, so it's a good job we got a little while until we start the season. Dressing room atmosphere, average, and managerial support, also average, but apparently I've got a strong influence over a number of the players. I've only been here. This is my first morning here, the first morning, so that's a good start. Just noticed that the striker that I was thinking of getting rid of, Sascha Mondas, is a team leader, and apparently approaching the end of his career. Should he retire soon, we will sorely miss his leadership. He might not even get to retire here. Sorry, Sascha. Okay, looking at the staff, the coaching team look very good. I don't think we're going to have to make too many changes there. The only thing that worries me is that we've only got 4 coaches. So I will hopefully be able to ask the board for some more. In terms of the recruitment team, there isn't one really. We've got no scouts, no chief data analyst, no data analyst, no technical director. But we've got a loan manager when we don't need one. So, and in terms of the medical team, we just need a couple of sports scientists. I mean, is there anyone good in the under-19s or the second team? Anyone at all? Nicholas Lang. Okay. I mean, it's not great. 17-year-old German defender, 5-star potential ability. We might see him a bit this season. The mentals are not good. But again, he can head a ball, mark, and tackle, which is everything we need. He's quite slow. Anyone in the second team? I don't think so. Christian Bonlin, transfer listed. I mean, it's just very average, isn't it? We're going to have to get used to a lot of these average players and just hope that I can coach them into promotion. In terms of transfers, they did do quite a bit of business before I got here. 6 players out and 5 players in. It is something I'm going to look to address up until the first match of the season. I would like to get a little bit more quality in the side. But some of the players they get in, Tomislav Kraljevic looks rubbish. Timo Gebhardt can play centre mid and centre attacking mid. He doesn't look too bad. We'll take that. Who else is there? Kevin Nsimba, a right winger in the second team. So he's probably not going to feature much this season. He looks very happy though, which is great. Dennis Erdmann, as we already picked up, one of our 4-star players in the defensive midfield position. He's going to feature heavily for us this season, I think. He doesn't look as happy. And of course, Ossi Owusu, again, who we picked up on loan from Armenia, Bielefeld. In terms of the schedule, we kick off our season away against Jena on the... It starts quite early, actually, the 20th of July, so just over a month. And we follow that up against... I don't know how to pronounce that yet. I'll learn by the second episode how to pronounce their name. Looking at the league table, I don't think there's too many teams that I actually recognise. I'll be surprised if many people recognise many of these teams. Braunschweig, I've heard of. Obviously, FC Bayern have their second team here. Ingolstadt, Kaiserslautern are a huge team. I think they'd be favourites to go up, potentially with Ingolstadt. Rostock, I've heard of. But other than that, not too many teams that I'm too familiar with, which is nice. It's nice to have sort of a fresh start, a blank canvas to go off. Okay, the season preview predicts us at 7th, which is not too bad. It's going to be pushing for the playoff places. But I do think if I can bring in a couple of players, we could be easily in the playoffs and hopefully pushing for promotion this season. We shall see. Okay, in terms of transfers, let's have a little look and see what level of player we can actually attract to the club. Looking at the values, that's sort of what I expected. Again, if you look at our squad and you sort it by value, a couple of £100,000 are the most expensive players, and there's quite a lot at £100,000 and below. So to actually have players that are around $1 million and above 500,000 linked with us, I say linked with us, interested in us, isn't actually too bad. But again, we have no transfer budget and 10 grand in a wage budget. So if we do sign anyone, they are going to be loans or frees. The top name, Timo Hubers, 3.9 grand a week, so we'd be able to afford him. Would be a centre back that would come in and improve us. He's injured for 5 months. Don't worry about it. Diego Contento. I mean, this is it. When he's a very good left back by the looks of it, especially for this level. But £8,000 a week, we're not going to be able to afford that. Even if he is transfer listed, we can't afford him. Surprisingly, one of the names that I noticed is Bobby Wood. Plays for Hamburg. He's been around a while, the American. 45 caps, 13 goals for the USA. He looks, I think, if we had him in this division, I'd back us for promotion. Don't think we're going to get him, considering he's on 40 grand a week. But we'll see. I mean, who knows? Next episode, he might be here on loan. You never know. Of course, this is just a very brief look at who might be interested in us. I will spend a little bit more, well, a lot of time trying to improve this team. Looking at people whose contracts that have expired. Again, we only have £10,000 to work with. Yaya Toure is on the list, but we can't even scout him. So, I mean, again, who knows? He might be here next episode. You don't know. The third league in Germany might be where he wants to finish his career. Just notice Morten Gamst Pedersen, Blackburn Rovers legend. We know nothing about him. Looking down the list, I see Philippe Senderos here. He's retiring at the end of the season, but if we can get a year out of him, that sort of experienced player might be what we have to go for. Okay, so next episode, we'll hopefully bring you some nice transfers and introduce you to some new arrivals. We will kick off our season away against Jena, and then we will play the home game against the team that I have no idea how to pronounce, but I will learn. On the whole, though, I'm very much looking forward to this save, very much looking forward to the series and seeing how far we can take 1860 München. We are going to call it there for today. If you've enjoyed the episode and are looking forward to the series, please leave a like. If you want to see more, please subscribe to the channel. We are back tomorrow night at 7 PM. I feel like together, collectively, we've learned a lot about 1860 München today, so hopefully there are some very good times in the near future for us all. Like I said, tomorrow evening, 7 PM. I will see you then. Take care. Goodbye.